I'm live at the Ronald Reagan Foundation and Institute in Simi Valley, California, where the second Republican presidential debate is about to take place. Stay with us.
AFTRA continues to picket with support from WGA members. See how the two are standing in solidarity.
And a new DPS report shows motor vehicle thefts are at an all-time high. A DPS chief explains how students can keep their stuff safe.
Annenberg TV News is next.
7 Republican presidential candidates are about to take the stage for their second debate. Hi, I'm Hanah Abualhaj.
And I'm Marco Ramirez. The frontrunner in the GOP race will not be on the stage at the Ronald Reagan Library. Here are the 7 candidates who will take the debate stage at 6 o'clock. They include Ron DeSantis, Mike Pence, and Nikki Haley. Donald Trump will not be at the debate tonight. He traveled to Detroit, where he's speaking to striking auto workers. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson failed to qualify, but says he's still in the race. Now let's go live to our reporter Gabriella Rudy at the debate at the Ronald Reagan Library. Gabby, please tell us what it's like over there.
Thanks, Marco. It is absolutely amazing to be here at this debate as the race for the Republican presidential nominee continues to heat up. I mean, these 7 hopefuls, they are ready to take the debate stage in less than an hour. And notably, as you mentioned earlier, the former President Donald Trump is missing once again. These 7 hopefuls for the Republican nomination have made the trek to Simi Valley, about an hour outside Los Angeles, for tonight's event. Also making the trip is NBC senior Capitol Hill correspondent Garrett Hake, who spoke to Annenberg Media earlier. Again, speaking of him, how do you think the fact that he's not attending this debate will affect it?
Well, it makes it harder for these other candidates. Trump does 2 things. He blocks out the sun and sort of soaks up a lot of media attention, but he also brings a lot of media attention. With him somewhere else, a lot of would-be Republican primary voters are looking somewhere else, or they're not potentially watching this debate. It makes it harder for these other candidates to attract the people who they need to start really taking Trump down and bringing themselves up.
Sources familiar with the planning of this event have told us that about 700 people are expected to be in attendance. I'll have more on that later. Back to you guys in the studio.
Political experts are weighing in about what the candidates need to do to stand out tonight. One Republican strategist talked with Annenberg Media this afternoon.
Ultimately, it's going to be talking about the issues, the key issues that the voters care about. Certainly, President Biden will come up likely in this debate as he's the incumbent president. But again, it goes back to drawing contrast. These candidates have to find a way to break through to voters. Ultimately, if you're going to win this nomination, like any race, when you have a front runner in the race, you got to find ways to draw a contrast between yourself and that front runner in order to have a chance at winning.
We also spoke with some students on campus about their views on tonight's debate.
As a Republican, it'll be exciting to see Vivek Ramaswamy, because we've had extremely old politicians in Washington on both sides of the political spectrum. I'm excited to see some young blood and see how they interact tonight on the big stage.
I think this is more of, honestly, a vice president debate rather than a presidential debate, just because, I feel like Donald Trump has the upper hand. But I think it's going to be super interesting just because we're such a polarized country, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do to unite the country.
We'll return to the Reagan Library later in the show when the Republican candidates are just minutes from the start of their second debate.
New York judges have ruled that former President Trump committed fraud when he overvalued his assets, mostly properties. There are allegations that he inflated his assets by $2.2 billion. The New York court said that Mr. Trump's lies live in a, quote, fantasy world, not the real world. The lawsuit argues that the defense team's conduct has been based on, quote, bogus arguments and should be viewed as legally preposterous. The ruling also stripped Mr. Trump from control over several of his properties in Manhattan, including Trump Tower, a building on Wall Street, and his family's estate in Westchester. The trial is set to begin as early as Monday. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump will be in Michigan on the picket lines with United Auto Workers instead of at tonight's debate. Alexandra Diamant has more on the impact of the strike nationally and locally.
These picketers in Ontario are the first sign that the United Auto Workers strike has
We anticipate all of them to take effect because we think they're sound and we think they will pass scrutiny.
California's Governor Gavin Newsom signed a new tax increase on gun laws. The money from the tax will go towards improving school safety in California. The new law will also ban people from carrying firearms in public.
We feel confident that this is constitutional. The Second Amendment is not unlimited. That's clear, even with kind of extreme Supreme Court decisions. And, it is within the right of the state to act to ensure that it's protecting the public health and safety of the people living in the state.
The bill comes after violent crimes have increased by 6% in California in the last year. The first $75 million will go towards the California Violence Intervention and Prevention Grant Program.
E-scooter theft is on the rise as more students use this popular mode of transportation. Reporter Angelina Hicks has details on the annual DPS security report.
The USC campus is full of students racing to class on skateboards, bikes, and scooters every day. While pedestrians need to keep an eye out for collisions on campus, the owners of e-scooters have a different concern: theft.
First time my e-scooter was stolen was a bit of a shock. I immediately felt super unsafe. The second time was, as you can imagine, even worse because I could not believe it was stolen again.
DPS released the annual Security and Fire Safety Report this week. Over the past year, there were over 300 reported thefts of motor vehicles, which includes e-bikes and e-scooters. That number is up from 72 in 2021, 45 in 2020, and 44 in 2019.
It's important to get a high-quality lock, and to use that lock properly, we have captured on video at DPS thieves simply taking a cable lock and lifting it over the top bike rack and riding away. It's just that simple.
Most of the thieves aren't associated with the university. Carlisle says often they're unhoused and repeat offenders. The information in this report is mandated by the Clery Act, which requires colleges and universities across the country to disclose certain crime information. USC uses this report and other data to help improve campus security.
It really is to foster open communication and empower folks to have awareness and make decisions.
The entire report is available for public review on USC's website. For Annenberg Media, I'm Angelina Hicks.
When we return, learn about a mentorship program started by an SCA student designed to help high school students interested in getting into film school.
The WGA strike is officially over, but striking actors are still on the picket lines with no certain end in sight. And LA Mayor Karen Bass has been sued over emergency efforts to help the unhoused. All that and more when we come back.
Tim Goey, and this is Fushigi. We're going to show you how to unlock the secrets of Fushigi, the magic gravity ball. No strings, no tricks. Magic? Maybe. An illusion? You decide. You can make Fushigi defy gravity and appear to float in midair with maneuvers like the prayer cross, the enigma, levitation, and so many more. It floats, it levitates, it will confuse the senses with its mind-blowing movements. Young or old, big or small, anyone can Fushigi from the minute they pick up the magic gravity ball. And with a little practice, you can conquer Fushigi.
This is so amazing. I think it's fabulous.
I get it now. Everyone loves Fushigi, and you don't have to be a magician. It's relaxing, even therapeutic. Best of all, it's just amazing. It floats.
It's awesome. Fushigi.
From basic maneuvers to the advanced, even control more than one Fushigi at a time. You can do this. Mystify, amaze, and confuse your friends in just minutes. Now it's your turn to master Fushigi.
Fushigi.
It's sick. It's so much fun. I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Me too.
My grandson, he's 16. He would love one of those. I want to buy it now.
Fushigi. Call now to order Fushigi.
This morning, actors were back on the picket lines, this time at Amazon Studios. And today, the writers were there too, for now. The WGA strike is over, but SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents actors, has not struck a deal of their own. Writers say they are still supportive of the actors' strike.
Well, it's really important that WGA comes out and supports SAG because SAG was there with us on the picket lines. So it's kind of a combo deal. It's really, we got the WGA deal done, but we're still not done because we have to get our brothers and sisters from SAG back to work too.
We're out here fighting for the future of our careers, and we're going to stay out here until we get it.
There may be support, but the writers will be going back to work. No new negotiations have been scheduled between the Actors Union and the studios.
Not everyone is happy about LA Mayor Karen Bass's plan to house the homeless. On her first day in office, she declared a local state of emergency to speed up the process of building more affordable housing. A nonprofit called Fix the City filed a lawsuit Monday night against the city. The organization claims that Mayor Bass does not have the power to declare a local emergency.
The city has to follow the rules just as everybody else has to. And I think we can all agree that we have a homeless crisis. In this case, the mayor's homeless emergency declaration was really a power grab.
Mayor Bass has claimed that the state of emergency has helped develop more than 7,000 affordable housing units in Los Angeles. We spoke to Ben Henwood at the USC Center for Homelessness, Housing, and Health Equity Research about the lawsuit.
The complaint is saying, you're short-circuiting this due process, and that's a problem when this has been an ongoing, sustained, chronic, issue, which doesn't constitute an emergency.
Annenberg Media reached out to the mayor's office, but comment we have not yet to receive.
USC Student Health handed out free Narcan in McCarthy Quad today. The life-saving drug is meant to prevent opioid overdoses.
So today at the farmers market and future farmers markets, we're handing out these naloxone packs. So it comes with a Narcan prescription. With the proliferation of fentanyl everywhere here, especially here in Southern California, no matter what position you're in, you always need to have one of these on you. You can just take one of these boxes here, the Narcan, and put it in your backpack, and you may never use it throughout your time here at USC, or you may use it a few times.
For more information on Narcan use, visit sites.usc.edu/naloxone-SC. And now it's been nice and chilly in the studio, and as we say goodbye to the September month and welcome in the spooky season, Erika, what weather should we be keeping an eye out for?
Well, Hannah, I honestly don't think that we could ask for nicer weather this week. I mean, it is a beautiful day inside, and it is the final week of September. Let's look at today's current temperatures. Right now, it is 77 degrees and sunny, 53% humidity. I mean, that is gorgeous. That's just gorgeous weather, Trojan. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Get outside. At the 5-day weather forecast, it is going to be nice and warm tomorrow. Again, highs almost 80 degrees, lows 60, partly cloudy in the morning. Expect clearing as you go into the afternoon. Same thing Friday morning, patchy clouds, but it's clearing into the afternoon. Slight chance of rain. We're talking 20% chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday, but as you go into Monday, things are going to heat right back up going into the next week. Now, here's the thing. I've got a little thing for you today. It is actually National No Excuses Day. So, rain or shine this weekend, Trojans, there is no better time than today to get outside and finally do what has been on your to-do list. Whether that is cleaning your apartment, waking up early tomorrow morning to get in your body movement, or going on that date, challenging yourself to apply for your dream internship, the options are limitless and there are no excuses depending whether beautiful or not. Now, Thomas, let's talk about sports. Rumor on the field is that there is a particular coach that may rain on our parade this weekend.
Well, it looks like we'll go to Thomas in just a little bit, but USC's film school has a reputation for being special, and it's sometimes hard for high students to make the cut. But a new student lead mentorship program is preparing high schoolers to send their best takes.
You could talk a little bit about how many kids you have currently enrolled in your program and what it kind of means to you to see people that were in your position and be able to give back to them.
Yeah, so this year we're mentoring 2 students on their applications, and then we have a handful of mentors who go here and just other top schools that people are applying to. And really looking back, I mean, for me it's just so important to give back, having known what it was like to be in that position and a lot of the worries.
And like you said, a lot of these people that are interested in your program or seeking advice from you are reaching out through social media like TikTok. Can you talk a little bit more about how you're leveraging that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, TikTok is just such a great resource to, number one, learn, but also to get people who want to apply to film schools. So we've used it in our program. I've run ads on there. I've also sort of built a following just based off of my videos about filmmaking and the industry and what people can learn from that.
And going forward, what are some of the big goals you have set and just things that you really want to get accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, I would love this program to expand. Right now, we are not affiliated with USC or the USC School of Cinematic Arts or any film program for that matter. I would love to work with them in some way and really help bring the initiatives from my company to film schools.
The student group is hoping their program will spread to other campuses.
It's prime time in Colorado, Marco. We make our picks for the Trojans versus the Buffaloes. And an NBA superstar is heading to the Midwest. All that and more next on ATVN Sports.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. Get connected for free with Education Connection.
Log on now and get your free success kit worth $100. Log on now to educationconnectiontv.com. That's educationconnectiontv.com.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. And now grow a whole collection of fun with chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree to keep your pets company. Chia Pets and Trees, the pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet and Chia Tree are available at Kmart, Rite Aid, Ames, and Woolworth. Makes a great gift.
Welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Alex Buettgen.
And I'm Thomas Johnson. This weekend's matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and USC Trojans will feature more than just two of the top teams in the Pac-12. Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders are two of the frontrunners for the Heisman Trophy this season, and their talents will be broadcasted to a national audience this weekend. Williams has led the Trojans to a 4-0 record and the number 8 ranking in the AP poll, while Sanders helped the Buffaloes get ranked for the first time since 2020 with his impressive play. Williams has thrown for an even 1,200 yards and has totaled 18 touchdowns, while Sanders has tossed for over 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, and an interception to lead Colorado to a 3-1 record. This weekend with the win.
In the spin room with all the
I think both offenses are very, very good, very electric, but I think that USC is going to be able to pull this off. I'm going to guess 56-35 win for the Trojans.
I think USC is only going to win 38-35. I think this game is won in the trenches. USC has a lot of sacks on the season. They have 16, and Colorado has given up 23 sacks so far. So I think this game is won in the trenches. But back to our quarterbacks, Caleb and Shedeur. This game is a turning point in the Heisman race so far this season.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. The 8th-ranked Trojans will make the trip to Boulder this weekend for a highly anticipated matchup with the ever-so-polarizing Colorado Buffaloes. The 4-0 Trojans are hoping for a huge statement win as the eyes of the nation will likely tune to Folsom Field this weekend. The Trojans had a bit of a struggle win last week against Arizona State, but are hoping to regain their momentum against a Colorado team that is coming off of an embarrassing loss at the hands of Oregon. The headline for this weekend is the matchup between the coaches, Lincoln and Dion. Contrary to weeks past, There have been no jabs or slights, instead pleasantries. Both coaches have been praising each other for what they've done.
I got love, respect, and appreciation for everything that he's accomplishing. He is one of the upper tier coaches, and I admire him tremendously, and his staff. Let's go.
Hey, Coach Ryan. Coach.
Let's see if that respect stays intact throughout the weekend. You can catch the game on Fox's Big Noon kickoff bright and early at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
The NBA will look a little different this season as Portland Trailblazers superstar Damian Lillard is finally on the move to the Milwaukee Bucks. As part of the blockbuster 3-team trade, Portland receives Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Toonami Camara. The Phoenix Suns receive Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson as they get Ayton's large contract off their books. Lillard is the only player headed to Milwaukee. Now Dame will try to carry over his 32 points per game from last season to get to the Bucks back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2021.
And that's all we have for sports. I'm Alex Buettgen.
Over to Marco at the monitor.
We head back to the Reagan Library to hear more about tonight's debate. More after the break.
I've replaced your shoelaces with fruit by the foot.
So you did. I replaced your fingers with fruit by the foot.
Bravo. I replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have. I replaced your guitar strings with fruit by the foot.
Seems like a step backwards, but alright. I replaced your DNA with fruit by the foot. That would be end game, my friend.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit-flavored snack.
Are you guilty of driving while talking on your cell phone?
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Jupiter Jack. The most convenient hands-free device for any cell phone, guaranteed. Plug it into any phone and mount it on the dash. Preset your radio to 99.3 FM and you're ready to go. Jupiter Jack transmits quality sound through the speakers in your car. Instead of hearing music, you hear the other person. No plugs, no wires, no hands. Call now and get the Jupiter Jack for just $40. Order right now and we'll cut the price in half. You'll get the Jupiter Jack for only $19.99. As a bonus, we'll also include the Jupiter Jack phone mount. It mounts easily and adjusts to fit any shape or size phone. Just pay separate shipping and handling. That means you get the Jupiter Jack and the phone mount, a huge value, all for just $19.99.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-346-5231. But call now. We're giving away a bonus dashboard mount with all of today's orders. So call 1-800-346-5231. Call now.
As we mentioned earlier, former President Donald Trump will be in Michigan with United Auto Workers instead of at tonight's Republican debate. Alex Athen has more on the impact of the strike nationally and locally.
These picketers in Ontario are the first sign that the United Auto Workers strike has come to California. Originally starting in the Midwest, auto workers targeted the big three automakers: Ford, GM, and Stellantis. Union workers want an increase in pay, benefits, and cost of living increases.
I think we are in it for the long haul. I don't see it ending anytime soon, but our members have been prepared. We have been prepared. Our leadership has gotten us prepared.
Experts estimate it has cost the U.S. economy $1.6 billion. As the picketing spread to 20 states, those estimates have jumped to $5 billion. Big numbers for the economy and big losses for local dealerships.
A customer last week that told me she just got her car checked in. Something's up with the thermostat. And the service department told her they couldn't even check on the car and repair it until January.
Right now, the strike is just affecting parts productions for vehicles already on the road. But if the strike continues, we could start seeing inventory like this behind me looking a lot different. Local union president Jesse Ramirez is optimistic automakers will meet their demands as picketers stand in solidarity. For Annenberg Media, I'm Alex Athen.
And we're going back to Simi Valley, where reporter Gabriella Rudy is live at the GOP debate that's now just moments away. Gabby, tell us what it's like over there right now.
Hey Marco, I mean, the energy here is really, really exciting as the candidates are preparing to take the stage. And I'm sure, as you guys can see behind me, there are members of the media coming in and out of the spin room as they're preparing to cover this pivotal political showdown. Pictured here are all 7 candidates stationed at their podiums ready to go, each hoping for a powerful performance. Now, Marco, I hear you have some updates on the recent polling. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Thanks, Gabby. We have political reporter Michael Melinger here with us to tell us a little bit about the recent polling numbers for the candidates.
Trump far and away the leader right now at 54%. Ron DeSantis coming in at 13.8% in a far second. And former President Mike Pence at a 4.6%. We've got Vivek Ramaswamy following at 6.3%. Former Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley at 6.3%. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie at a low 2.9%, and dragging behind him is Senator Tim Scott, 2.7%, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum at just under 1%. And behind me now inside the candidates is Gabby Rudy, who's been at Simi Valley all day. Gabby, let's talk about something really important, fundraising. You know, reports talk about the war chest these candidates have. It's so critical to getting them across the finish line. This weekend on September 30th, I believe, the FEC will close the books for for candidates. So tell me about tonight. Tonight is the candidates' last chance to really appeal to voters at home before this fundraising deadline closes. What can you tell me about that?
Exactly, Michael. I mean, this debate is really important for those candidates who want to secure additional funding. I mean, these major donors right now are looking for candidates to back that they feel can realistically take on former President Trump. So that's why a strong debate performance tonight is absolutely critical for the presidential race and the nomination.
And Gabby, I know one of Annenberg Media's own was just in the spin room with the candidates. Tell me what that is like. I know there's had to take the stage moments from now. What did she hear and what did she learn and what can you share with us?
Yeah, so we have been in and out of the spin room all day. I mean, down there are some network and local stations. The media is covering everything. Gavin Newsom was also down there, and he's speaking to people about current events such as the WGA strike. I mean, I've also seen some USC students here either volunteering here at the debate, or they have family members who are members of the Republican political party, and that's how they secured these tickets. So, Michael, I have seen a wide array of people here, and it's just been a really exciting day.
And Gabby, I know you talk about the wide array of people there. I've heard there are some USC students who took the small trek up to Simi Valley alongside you guys. They're also there in attendance. What is the USC connection like tonight's debate? Who else have you seen and who important is showing up?
So some of our Annenberg Media correspondents and reporters from all desks are here, and we've spoken to USC students who are also here with their parents who are part of the Republican Party and who are here from the Trojan Republicans. We have volunteers from USC. It's really a strong USC presence here, which has made it really an interesting day overall.
And Gabby, thank you so much. Marco, back to you guys at the desk.
Gabriella, Rudy with that tenacious reporting tonight. And we just want to thank you all for watching Annenberg TV News. And from everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Mark Ramirez.
And I'm Hanah Abualhaj. For more coverage, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Good night.